It's the silence that haunts me, not after a gunshot, but the quiet when a voice is gone forever. Years have passed since Agent Nightingale's last transmission, but his words still echo in my mind. People think of ghosts as spirits, but sometimes they're just words left hanging searching for a reply. I sit in this quiet room, the date on the calendar a cruel anniversary, April 29, 2026. I'm an intelligence officer trained for loss, but Nightingale was different. The official report called it a tragic accident. It erased the truth. I have the tapes, the transcripts, and the memory of his voice describing the impossible in Sector 7. We sent him into the maw, and it swallowed him whole. Only his voice came back. A final, desperate ghost. Sector 7 wasn't on any map. To the world, it was an abandoned Cold War listening post in the desert. The real facility was a mile underground, a labyrinth built for a secret purpose. We called it the Maw before we understood why. It consumed things. The project's goal was to study exotic energy signatures, anomalies that defied physics. Decades ago, a deep space probe detected a signal, like a crack in reality, traced to a geological formation below. The government dug, built a box around it, and started poking. For years, nothing happened. The anomaly was a faint, sleeping heartbeat. Scientists chased a ghost, growing pale and strange in the dark. Then, a decade ago, the pulse changed. Stronger, erratic. Equipment failed, nightmares spread. The project was shuttered, the facility sealed. That's when my department stepped in. We listened to the silence left behind. The official story was budget cuts, but we knew better. The maw was sealed, but not dead. Energy readings leaked to the surface, growing stronger. We needed to know what we'd locked away. We needed eyes and ears in the dark. We needed someone brave, or foolish enough to go back in. Agent David Nightingale was the best we had. Quiet, observant, unnervingly calm. When briefed on Sector 7, he listened, saw the gaps, and accepted the mission without hesitation. His insertion was clean. Under a moonless sky, he began his descent. His initial reports were routine. Dust, stale air, oppressive silence. His voice was steady, a comfort in the darkness. He moved methodically, checking systems, establishing comms. Control, this is Nightingale. Level 1 is clear, air quality stable. We watched his biometrics, lulled into a false sense of safety. The first strangeness came on day 2, on level 3. Control, this is odd, he said. The dust here, it's disturbed. He described sweeping lines in the grime, as if something had been dragged, but no footprints, just grooves. The facility had been sealed for a decade. There were no drafts. It looked like trails, but nothing human. That was the first thread in a tapestry of horror. Nightingale pressed on, curiosity and duty driving him deeper. We listened, powerless, as the unknown began to unravel. The silence was over. The maw was waking up. The trails and the dust were just the beginning. On level 4, Nightingale found medical instruments laid out, syringes filled with a dark fluid that defied analysis. The place felt paused, not abandoned. Then came the sounds, a high-pitched hum from the walls, a vibration in his boots. Whispers followed, just on the edge of hearing, like distant conversations. He felt an intelligence behind them, a malevolent curiosity. His voice changed, fear creeping in. Control, the whispering is louder on this level, it's not in my head. I can record it. The audio was mostly static, but beneath it a chorus of distorted voices. We considered pulling him out, but Nightingale refused. I'm close to the source. The energy readings are spiking, on level 7. I have to see what's down there. It was bravery, and fatal curiosity. Against my better judgment, I let him go deeper. That decision will haunt me forever. The descent to level 7 was a journey into the heart of the anomaly. The hum became a deafening drone. Lights flickered, casting the corridors in strobe-like shadows. Nightingale's transmissions grew clipped, his breathing ragged. Control, the architecture here is wrong, Wine. Wambandek. Stam, I'm Sir Preinstein. Sir Preinstein the one, probably there been so once. Show when near Planschenberg, but he described shifting walls, impossible angles, a geometry that made him dizzy. It's like the facility is alive, he whispered. The whispers became a chattering roar, bleeding through our speakers. Beneath it all, a new sound emerged, a low, rhythmic pulsing. The heartbeat the scientists once detected, now thunderous. His biometrics spiked, heart rate, stress, off the charts. Nightingale, what do you see? I demanded. Silence then. It's not a machine, not an energy source. It's a doorway, and it's open. Oh God, it's wide open. He had reached the center of the maw and was staring into the abyss. The signal was no longer contained. Something was coming through. We were out of time. Nightingale was on his own. Nightingale, get out! That's an order, I yelled, but my voice was lost in the chaos. The pulsing grew frantic, the whispers merged into a shriek. Nightingale scrambled, boots scraping concrete as he tried to retreat. It's too late, he gasped. It's coming through. It's information. A signal. It's trying to get out. He fumbled with demolition charges, the final contingency. It's using our comm relays as an antenna. I have to cut it off at the source. I realized then, it wasn't a monster, but a contagion of data. A mimetic virus. His voice broke. Tell them I... He couldn't finish. The rapid beeping of a timer. It knows I'm here, he whispered, suddenly calm. It's in the walls. It's in the light. It's... beautiful. Then, his voice changed, distorted, layered, a chorus of whispers. A single chilling phrase, not a word, but a feeling, a piece of alien information. The explosion cut through everything. The line went dead. The signal was lost. Silence returned, heavier than before. Agent Nightingale was gone. The maw was closed, but something had escaped. The silence after the explosion was deafening. In the command center, we stared at dead monitors, the signal lost message glowing red. The heartbeat and whispers were gone. Nightingale was gone. A recovery team went in days later, expecting carnage. Instead, Level 7 was pristine. No explosion, no rubble, no body. Nightingale had vanished, as if he'd never been there. His equipment, his footprints, gone. Only our recordings and memories remained. The facility was inert. The strange energy reading ceased. The maw had closed, erasing him completely. The only clue, a message scratched into the metal wall of the containment chamber. Not English, not any known language. A spiraling pattern that drew the eye inward. It matched the last distorted sound Nightingale made. The signal, given form, his final silent scream. The horror was buried, but not gone. The cover-up was swift. The official report blamed a seismic event and a tunnel collapse. Nightingale's body was unrecoverable. His family got a medal and a folded flag. Sector 7 was sealed with concrete. The surface erased, the project black-stamped and buried. I was debriefed, evaluated, and told to stick to the facts. I never mentioned the feeling that the final transmission left in my mind. The story became a ghost tale told in windowless rooms. Nightingale's name was added to a wall of the fallen. The world moved on, unaware of the horror we'd narrowly escaped. We looked into the abyss, and pretended it wasn't looking back, but I knew better. Years passed. I left the agency, tried to forget, tried to believe the threat was gone. For a while, the silence was a comfort, but silence always ends. Last night, alone in my office, I received an email from an unroutable address. The subject was blank. The only attachment, an audio file titled Nightingale. My blood ran cold. The servers were gone, the facility entombed, yet here it was, a ghost in my machine. I haven't played it yet. I'm afraid to. Will it be his voice, the whispers, or that final, sanity-shattering signal? He said it was information, a broadcast. He didn't destroy it, he just stopped it from using the facility's antenna. But a signal, once sent, travels forever. Maybe it found a new relay. Maybe it found me. I sit here, staring at the file, knowing the last signal from Sector 7 was not the end. It was only the beginning.